Yeah, it's Miami Stadium, but that's a market. This is home plate of the Miami Stadium, which was the baseball hub of South Florida for over 5 decades. This ballpark and the city of Miami was important to the Ripken family. Cal Sr. managed the minor league Miami Marlins in 1967. And 10 years later, his son Cal Jr. was with the Miami Orioles and was moved to third base because his manager felt it was a good fit. The Ripken connection to this area continues today, both here and across the United States. We recently caught up with Cal Ripken Jr. to talk about his foundation's work and where he hopes it's headed in the future. Hall of Famer Cal Ripken, Ripken Baseball, Ripken Foundation. But today we're going to focus on the second and third more than anything else. A little bit of an elevator speech about the Ripken Baseball piece, the foundation, how they all come together.
I'm not very good in an elevator.
All right. Well, pretend this one takes a little while to get to the top.
I got you. We got the idea to start the foundation in my dad's name, so it's Cal Ripken Sr. Foundation. Dad's life was all about helping kids. He did it through his help in the minor leagues, trying to get kids to the big leagues, acted as a father for many of the kids that came from diverse backgrounds, but he used to use baseball to help kids in the communities that he was in. And I thought that was his magic. So Billy and I started the foundation to help kids. It didn't have all the same advantages, and we'd use baseball to do that. And we've had some success. We thought that we would help a handful of kids, and that would be meaningful enough. But the important thing is we're helping kids.
Your dad's managing a career was very important in Miami, and won 2 Fields All-Star game this year in Miami in conjunction with the commissioner of Major League Baseball. So you had a chance to kind of come back.
Well, I mean, anytime that we were in, it was a minor league city at the time, we were playing minor league baseball, you always had a real reach into the community. Minor league baseball, by its nature, is kind of a community gathering place. And so we had a grip into there, and we all felt that the community grabbed us while we were there. So it's always fun to go back. And in this case, many, many, many years later, Major League Baseball, at the site of the All-Star Games, are trying to energize the local youth game and get ballparks finished. And that fits in right exactly what we're doing. But all the players that came back, it provided a really nice backdrop, and the field turned out really great. But I always say the best part about any field that you do, you know, the ribbon cutting ceremony, we'll all stick our chest out and it'll look the best it's ever going to look. But the beauty of the field is when you sneak back and you see kids actually playing on it and enjoying the field.
Well, and the bottom line is the field, as we know, are so much more important than fields themselves. Your mandate is a field is the kind of physical manifestation, but it's education, it's training, it's teamwork, increased graduation rates, self-worth. There's a whole lot of value that comes out of that, doesn't it?
We would call it an outdoor classroom, if we're sitting there talking. In our elevator speech, maybe I'll add that into our speech.
We're not anywhere near the top, so we've got a way to go.
So the outdoor classroom, it's a place, a safe place, in some areas that aren't so safe. A safe place for kids to develop and grow. And there's a curriculum, there's a way of thinking, there's a mentorship building that takes place on those fields. But you push kids away really quickly when you say it's a classroom. It's a baseball field, it's for fun. But the interest here is we're not looking for big league players, we're looking for big league people. And we're trying to use baseball to help those people. If you appeal to a kid, and the way to appeal to a kid, in my opinion, is through things that they like to do, that they're interested in. Sports is that vehicle for many kids. And baseball is an interesting sport. You don't have to be the biggest, strongest, and fastest. There's certain skills that you can apply. Many times we see out here that kids of the smallest size have the most success swinging a bat. They have an instinct, a hand-eye coordination, and some power, and the bigger kids haven't figured that out yet. And so it's really gratifying to see how sometimes roles can change. But baseball is a beautiful sport. It's for all types of kids, all shapes and all sizes, and we think it fits really well trying to get them moving in the right direction.
You come back to a place like this, you look back years after it opens. What gives you the most satisfaction?
Sneaking back.
You can't, by the way, you can't sneak anywhere.
Oh yeah, you can sneak.
You can sneak?
You can sneak.
Okay.
Unannounced, you just kind of come in, you're coming into Baltimore and you say, I wonder what's happening over there in that field. And you'll kind of cruise over and look at it. When you see what's going on out there, that's the real stuff that happens when you're not there, and that's the stuff that makes you feel good. So to me, that's the beauty of a place like this. Come back, first of all, you want to come back and make sure it still looks good and still feel fine, but for me personally, it's the activity on the field that you witness. Here's why I do it. When I was a kid, I remember how important every word that a big league baseball player said. I remember reading a Sports Illustrated article that had Willie Stargell said, you make it to the big leagues on talent, you stay because you're smart. And then I literally thought that being smart, meaning doing well in school, would help my chances to be a big league baseball player. And so it made me focus and concentrate on my schoolwork. And so you never know what impact you're going to have on a kid, but I know that it's there. And to me, I just wanted to make sure that any impact that I had would have been positive.
What does Cal Ripken do 5 years from now? Where are you?
Probably opening field number 150.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I just turned 57, so you're at a stage in your life where you're looking at slowing down a bit.
You're not slowing down.
But this gives you a lot of, and maybe you look back on as maybe you're not looked at as a baseball player, and maybe you stand for something else.
Yeah.
And so the second part of your life is about helping kids, and I'd be happy to be remembered that way.
Cal Ripken, it is an honor. Thank you very much for debuting a show with us, and look forward to working with you.
My pleasure.